everybody. Go flex yourself. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Go flex yourself. Hey, everybody. Go flex yourself.
Hey, everybody. It's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the Reggie Miller to my Klay Thompson, Brad Oman.
Hey, that's me. I'm a pacer. Shoot, dribble, pass.
And you know what? The Steph Curry.
I was hoping to...
No, you're Steph Curry.
No, I wanted to be the...
You want to be Mark Price?
No, Detlef Schrempf.
Okay.
Detlef Schrempf's on the Supersonics.
We're talking about three-point shooting.
Wasn't he on the Pacers for like 2 seasons?
He was.
What? Oh, yeah, his younger years, wasn't he? Yeah.
Or at the end of his career.
What about,
I can't remember.
There was a short season, I think, where he was a
What
Pacer.
about Rick Smits?
Oh,
he was always on the Pacers. Now we're being a bit homerish.
The best thing about Rick Smits was that he played a kind of basketball that I can. It's just like, hey,
I'm a tall, lanky, goofy white guy.
Yeah, and stay on defense, and we'll just take the ball down.
How many times in Rick Smith's career did he just hear like, "Hey, Rick, just stay there"?
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Reggie Miller will just shoot the ball from like 40 foot.
Rick Smits to me always looked like he just got to the game from the bar.
Do I remember right?
And it's because of the '80s mustache that he had.
Yeah.
Well into the '90s
and shaggy hair too.
Yeah.
Did Rick Smits once kicked the ball when he got like fouled out or something?
I'm sure.
I think he did. Like really kicked it into like the
Who
upper
among
deck.
us? You know,
Cast that first
Cast
stone.
the first stone.
Hey, who's Klay Thompson?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, buddy.
You got to understand, he has not watched any
Basketball
NBA
since 2003.
That's fair.
since double.
So Steph Curry,
I know Steph Curry.
right? So he's the other 3-point shooter on Golden State.
Okay, what
He's
about
very
Gary
good.
Payton?
So he's the glove.
Yeah.
And he played again like
Supersonics.
Detlef Schrempf.
Yeah,
For the Supersonics.
he was a big 3-point shooter.
Well,
Gary Payton was a big 3-point shooter.
I mean,
him and Steve Kerr used to go back to
You
back.
know, though, I think where Gary Payton excelled was more
not
defense,
really.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like a multiple defensive player?
He
of the year?
was.
Gary Payton was also total D, but he would sink some threes. He was a fast little guy, and he would sink
Payton-
threes like Steve Kerr.
I mean,
No,
I think you're
no,
kind of patronizing
no.
to call him a
During the
little guy.
championship game, Gary Payton would trade threes with Steve Kerr.
If that happened one time, sure.
No, it
But
happened.
Gary Payton
several
was
times.
By the way, Gary Payton is 6'4". Can we at least he's not
Which
a little guy?
sounds crazy to me.
But he's little for basketball guys.
Like you're acting like he's
He's not Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy
He's not Muggsy Bogues. This
Guys,
is a movie podcast.
I don't know if he does. It's a movie podcast.
But this is Space Jam related, I would say. Everybody get up. We got a slam now.
yeah.
We got a real thing going on.
Who's Klay Thompson? You idiot.
What am I going to do? Research all the basketball?
He's one of the most famous NBA players right now.
I don't watch the NBA right now.
But
I mean, yesterday maybe, but at this point, I'm not watching it.
No, and seriously, I don't. I haven't caught an NBA game by accident in years.
well, that's on you.
And by the way, I think Clay is it spelled with a K?
Yeah.
So when you go Google him,
KLAY.
KL.
KLAY.
You put some respect on that name. He's like a phenomenal.
He's a
athlete.
five-time
Emmy nominee.
All-star.
He's up for the EGOT.
Yeah.
He's won 4 NBA championships.
Hey, Brett, who's the sponsor this week?
Oh, guys. Well, here's
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson's Clay
Tiles.
Guys, here's the thing. Ben's got an arcade, and the arcade, there's the spirit of competition is in the air. You really feel it, especially when it comes to the Papa Shot basketball game. And I've got a real rivalry going with this son of a bitch who's been on the podcast before. Friend of the pod, Mike Flores. He's a real Wile E. Coyote kind of rascal. I'm the road runner and I'm speeding around, and Wile E. Coyote comes in and just tries to ruin my fucking day. I get a high score on the Papa Shot machine. Mike Flores comes in and he just fucking just beats my score. And you know what I need when I'm having a hard time trying to get my high score back? I just need some ice cold H2O. And so today it's ice cold H2O inside my Yeti container. It's always cold. It's like the water from the Water Boy. Remember how cold the water was from the Water Boy?
He's trying so hard right now.
You forgot the sponsor.
Here's the thing. I didn't forget the sponsor. We had
forgot
a stupid ass charity meeting today at the arcade.
You forgot the sponsor.
Then I'm supposed to go home, but instead Mike ruins my score, and I have to stick around and defend my honor.
You are besmirching Mike Flores, an angel among men.
Seriously,
you are literally.
First of all, Mike Flores.
He's one of the best people I've ever met in my entire. No. in my entire life. And you're over here talking shit.
Mike Flores is Mexican, so it's Angel.
And you're the only one that gets to say that.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
So, ice cold water, wonderful H2O. Thank you so much for giving me life.
I hate you.
Well, hey, listen,
You know what? But I love Mike Flores.
But-
Hey, and guess what?
and we didn't have to eat anything. So
oh, actually, you know what? This is a win
You
for
know
us.
what? Yeah, you guys can have this week. It's a little W for you because next week I'm gonna fucking kill your taste buds.
And by the way, last week it was candy out of a plastic bag.
it's over by me still.
It's still there on the couch.
I don't want this, guys.
Yeah, please throw that away.
I'll take them.
Oh, good.
Make sure you zip it. I don't need M&M's flying. all
Please,
over the
I don't
place.
either.
There's going to be a lot of
Please.
mice under here anyway.
Chewy caramel cold brew M&Ms out of a Ziploc bag
That have been sitting for a week and a half.
in a cold basement.
Bradford Oman.
Yeah.
What is the last movie that you saw?
The last movie I saw, oh gosh, what was it?
Because you were assigned a movie.
I was assigned a movie. And
Did you watch the movie?
Unfortunately, I did not have time to watch.
Are
the
you
movie.
serious?
Yeah, it's been a tough week.
What?
I told Nate, and he
Are
understands.
you serious?
Hey! His dad died.
Fucking a year and a half ago.
Hey! You don't have any room to talk. You have missed like 6 movies since we started the podcast. This is like the first one I've missed in like a decade.
This is all news to me.
Everything's news
Nate,
to you.
did you watch your movie?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's start with you. Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
I watched a movie assigned to me by you called Hell or High Water. It is kind of like a contemporary Western film. So it's like, what do you get when you get over your head with a reverse mortgage, as you do? And you might lose your family farm.
Yep.
You rob banks.
Is this a podcast ad? I was going to say.
You rob banks. This is what you do.
What do you do?
Zillow.com.
Hey, they got all the houses.
So this was a film that I had not seen.
Hi,
yet.
I'm Montel Williams, and I'm going to sell you a reverse mortgage.
Yeah, it did feel a little bit. So it's written by Taylor Sheridan. You guys probably know Taylor Sheridan. Our listeners do. He is ahead of the Yellowstone franchise that seems to continue to have new series and things like this.
That's the gritty
So-
take on Yogi Bear, right?
Stop it.
No?
No, I've told you, only give jokes that are funny.
No, you told Ben that.
And I'm crushing it. And Brad, not so much.
It's like,
crushing the couch doesn't count.
Easy.
so Brad, do you want to see or do you not want to see Chris Pine in a Fu Manchu mustache?
Oh, here's the thing. I've seen this movie, and it's funny that you directly call out the mustache because back when this movie was like being promoted.
Oh, you can't not watch this. You can't watch this and not think of the mustache.
Oh no, not at all. CBS Studios at the time, because they are the distributor of this movie. I made a joke in an article one time saying that they should just call this movie Mustache Wars, and their marketing department took that and made like a promotional poster and they changed the title to Mustache Wars on
No
it
way.
and they like tweeted it out and everything
Because
Yeah.
everyone has a mustache. So it is. I actually, when I saw the,
Did you like this movie?
Yeah, it was good. But when I saw the poster years ago for this, I thought it was like an old-fashioned Western. You know, and it is a Western, but it is a kind of a neo-Western.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
for
an
sure, for sure.
updated version.
And so it is really good. It is. It stars Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, Ben Foster, Gil Birmingham. Those 4 kind of carry the film. Chris Pine, I love. I really just do. He's just an actor I really enjoy. And it was interesting to see him in a Western, right? Because he's this isn't necessarily, you know, he's in a lot of kind of fantasy, you know, Star Trek, these kind of things. And to see him in this was kind of fun. He did have a Fu Manchu. But what I did,
I love that you're. Because honestly, when I watched the movie, I was not hung up on the.
Oh,
on
I
the
couldn't get
facial.
over it. I couldn't
really
get over
wasn't.
it. And what I did like about this film though is it is a Western, and it's not just about like action Western, right? It's not a John Wayne Western. It is a Western that has a little bit. Let's be honest. Taylor Sheridan is a soap opera writer for men, and so you're gonna get a lot of.
but I do feel like there's more substance than there
That's what I'm
are.
saying. You're gonna get a little bit more emotional drama in
Yeah.
this. You're gonna get a little more depth than just a John Wayne Western. Not to
Yeah.
say that all John Wayne Westerns were like this, but this wasn't just bad guy, good guy. This was. There were layers to this. There's
Yeah.
familial
Gray
layers to
areas.
this. There's why do you do why are you doing this bad thing? Well, it's complicated kind of thing. So no, I really did enjoy this film. I had not seen it before, and I was glad I did.
So we will tag that tweet in the show notes.
Yeah.
Because it is a legitimate tweet from the studio.
Yeah, I'll read it here just because it's the title is crossed out. It says Mustache Wars, and then they quoted me. We're not talking about the stupid waxy mustaches that hipsters are into this month. These are homegrown Western mustaches that make speaking with a Southern accent come automatically. Mustache Wars.
I also want to give a shout out to Gil Birmingham. Everything he's in, he does well. And, he's not an actor that gets a ton of awards for anything, but he's just a solid character actor. Also been in other Taylor Sheridan stuff.
He's in Wind River, actually, which is one of the best things Jeremy Renner has done.
Yeah, and he's just, do you agree? He's just a solid actor.
Yeah.
Everything he's in, he does well. And so, and he did really well in this.
And in case for those who don't know, he's a Comanche actor, too. So, yeah. He's very good. Very, very good. What else did you watch, Nate?
I don't know. Probably some other things I don't remember. I was on vacation.
Did you watch anything when you were on vacation?
Did you go to the Cineplex?
We didn't. There were times that I went to, but my wife's like, it's too nice.
It's fair. It's fair.
And you should probably enjoy the sun, so I did.
You also didn't enjoy the sun. You're white as you're a ghost.
Yeah, it looks like you're wearing suntan lotion right now.
You just don't remember what I look like.
You vacationed in like
Hold on.
under an umbrella.
Let me show you this.
How was the
Whoa!
I got a tan line on my
When he
watch.
took his watch off, there is a tan line there.
There is a tan line.
I honestly thought that you couldn't get any paler, and
No,
then
I
you
can't.
took off
I really
the watch.
can't. No, it's translucent.
Wow.
It's kind of like
How are the beaches of Omaha,
what?
Nebraska?
Omaha Beach? That's a war thing.
It's like
I didn't intend that, but that's funny.
That's not like, are you making a World War
I
II?
honestly was like, "What are you
Literally,
doing?"
Like 1 million people died on that beach
I was like,
storm.
a lot of men gave their lives, and I'm over here going like,
You have the
wow.
freedoms.
You're
You have
just
the
like-
freedoms you have today.
You're all over here just
because
fucking
of what
around.
happened on
Hey,
Omaha Beach.
What about Omaha
you
Beach?
son of
Here,
a
you
bitch.
hey, you fucking idiot! You go on Omaha Beach like some weirdo?
Talking about Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
where there are no beaches.
I was absolutely not on board.
Better just silent. Like, nope. Making a World War II joke.
I'm going to wait for him to clarify before I say anything further.
Oh, that is great. That is good stuff right there.
No, I don't honestly remember watching much on this last week.
Not even TV. You love fucking TV.
I do love TV. I did watch the
fucking
new
guy.
show on Netflix by Rob Lowe and his son. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, Unstable.
It's not that bad actually. I didn't
It's not
just
that
like.
bad, like,
Well, you never know with
the
Rob Lowe what
expectation
you're
was
gonna
so
get.
low.
Yeah.
You just never know.
The expectation was so Rob Lowe.
Yeah, it's just I don't dislike Rob Lowe at all. I've seen some films by him, especially Netflix type of films. Not great.
Yeah.
And this was actually not that bad. I watched the whole thing. So
How long was it?
they're just like I think there's 8 episodes of 30 minutes or 24 or 5.
Okay.
minutes. It's not real long.
So you spend 4 hours doing that, but then you'll cry when there's a 3-hour movie.
Well, if the 3-hour movie's Titanic, yes.
See this?
Wow.
I don't like
Hey.
these guys' rules.
Hey, wait. Let's ISR on you a little bit. What movie did you watch, and was it the one that I assigned to you?
No, we already talked about this. So like,
No, we
and-
didn't really. We just know
We
that
kind
you
of
didn't
moved
watch
on
the
because
movie, yeah. But now let's take back in. Why didn't you watch your movie?
honestly, I just ran out of time.
and you're so hard to pick, and Ben can confirm this. We give him movies he's like, I don't want to watch that. That's dumb. I don't want to watch that. And so I spend hours thinking and praying about a movie to
We
give
have
you.
a separate text thread that is not joke, like 1,000 texts between each other. How about this one? And then I go,
Do you think-
what's the runtime? And like, do you think he would appreciate it? And
What if
you
he
know,
yells at me again?
yeah, what if he comes to my house and knocks on the door at midnight again? I'm going to be upset, and Bailey and the dogs wake up. So like, let's talk. You know what, Nate? Let's talk this through. And honestly, I was really happy. You assigned him what movie?
I don't remember what I said.
Wow.
God damn it!
I'm not even gonna tell you either.
I was so.
You'll find out next week.
The BFG. I don't remember.
Son of a gun.
But I have the most recent movie I watched last weekend. I watched a movie called Comet, which
What
is
is it called?
Comet, and it's a movie by Sam Esmail, who is the creator of Mr. Robot, that series with Rami Malek that ran for a little while.
yeah.
And this was like the first like kind of quote unquote major thing he did. It's definitely an indie movie, and the best way to describe it is it's kind of like it's a sci-fi romance that's like Before Sunrise meets Eternal Sunshine, in a way. It stars Justin Long and Emmy Rossum. They have this like meet cute at the Hollywood Cemetery when there's like a meteor shower that's happening, and then like it keeps cutting back and forth between what feels like parallel universes where their relationship also exists, but like stuff carries over where they're having like the same like references to conversations and arguments and that kind of thing. And it's great dialogue, and it's just a really cool way of like telling that kind of story. Justin Long and Emmy Rossum are great in it. And it's really cool to kind of go back and see, what Sam Esmail was doing when he was first starting his career. But yeah, I really liked it a lot. So right
Did you watch anything else?
I did. I saw a bunch of stuff in theaters last week because it was spring break for everybody else, but for me, it's just my normal life.
It's so hard.
It's pretty tough. I don't know, Nate. Do you like it's double features? Like they're taxing. They're taxing. I had to go and sit in the theater for like 4.5 hours.
Do you have to?
So instead of watching the movie you were assigned, you watched Air.
He didn't
and Super Mario
He didn't
Brothers.
assign me this movie until after I saw those movies.
I had a movie assigned at the same time you got your movie assigned.
Yeah, it was like Saturday.
Yeah, and know what I did? I watched my movie because Ben gave it to me.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
and
what?
I watched my movie too.
Yeah, Nate only works on Sunday, and you didn't work today at all. So
I did work today.
No.
And also, I watched these movies 3 days ago.
I don't even care. So first of all, I watched Air, which is
I really want to see that.
so good.
Is it
It is fantastic. It is better than I even thought it would be.
Best Picture qualifying?
I personally think that it would be awesome if it got nominated for Best Picture.
It is worth. It
It's-
should at least be in the conversation. You think?
I think so. It's for me. It hits like the same kind of path that Jerry Maguire does, and Jerry Maguire was a big Oscar contender. It's an uplifting movie. It's inspirational. The performances are fantastic. The writing is really sharp. I just loved this movie.
I heard Affleck on Smart List talk about some of the performances. Obviously, he talks about Matt Damon and everything, but he talks about the other performances. Jason Bateman, he says, is really good in this, obviously, because he was the host of the show. But there was another one in there as well. He was just saying, like, every person, I mean, it's an ensemble cast, but they brought it to this film, and he was just really happy with the way it come out. So.
Yeah, there's a hilarious scene-stealing moment for Chris Messina.
That was one that was name dropped. Yep.
He has a phone call with Matt Damon, and it's so funny. He goes on like one of like the best like insult rants that I have heard in a long time, and then Matt Damon has a great monologue in the final act of the movie too.
I feel like he's got a future.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Air, I would totally recommend going to see it. It's a very good movie. It's a movie that they don't make too often anymore, and it just really make you appreciate movies a lot again.
Did Matt and Ben produce that? Do they direct it?
Yeah, so this is part of they have a new production company called Artist Equity. And if you listen to Ben Affleck's Smart List episode, he talks about it on there. And basically the idea is that rather than like being held, having a studio lording over you or a production company, and everything like that, everyone kind of like takes a stake in the movie, and so that they have like they're responsible for it because they believe in it. And if the movie does well, then you get a pretty solid paycheck out of it. And it's everybody too, people who are on the crew and stuff like that, not just like the big stars, not just the producers, foot in the bill or anything like that. And it's kind of this cool new approach, especially in an age when studios aren't taking big chances on theatrical releases anymore. Like this is a movie, Amazon thankfully is taking a chance on it. They're putting it in theaters
And
instead
so
of streaming.
this is the first collaboration in this house.
I don't know if this is the first one because I know it's pretty early for the company. It might very well be.
But this is under that umbrella.
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, if this is such a big hit, and it's like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, like this movie is a hit.
Yeah, and it made $20 million going up against Super Mario Brothers,
and so which just lends itself to that style of movie making these days, where it's like, hey, by the way, if you are committed, even as a crew person, we can make something special. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So
it is the first film. They've got some other ones. What's interesting about this is they even have like commercials. Dunkin' Donuts, they did a Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
Was that the Ben Affleck Dunkin' Donuts thing?
But they've got another film coming called The Instigators, written by Chuck McLean and Casey Affleck, starring Matt Damon, Casey Affleck, Paul Walter Hauser, Ving Rhames, Alfred Molina, Ron Perlman, Jack Harlow. So it is an interesting kind of concept, though.
Yeah.
Another one called Small Things Like These, starring Cillian Murphy. I'm not going to pronounce this right, but I see him. He's been in so many things.
Jack White.
No, is it Ciaran Hinds?
Oh, I think it's Sierra, maybe.
Okay, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
He's
I know
another
he is,
kind of Gil Birmingham kind of character actor that's been in a ton of things.
Kieran Culkin.
Mm-hmm.
and then Emily Watson in that one. So it's really interesting though. These films. I hope it's successful at bringing films that aren't maybe, like you said, commercially as
Appealing,
successfully and
I should,
appealing right now.
we're old now, so I went R-rated adult films.
Yeah.
Right. I want R-rated comedies, R-rated dramas, and I don't want to placate to these. I'm sorry, I don't want Super Mario Brothers. It made $205 million in its 5-day opening weekend.
Did it really?
Well, it made more than that because now it's the highest. It's officially has the biggest opening weekend for any animated movie ever.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
No, it was $205 million for 5 days.
Wow.
No, it's more than that across 5 days.
And the reviews
sure?
are
Yeah.
the reviews are okay, but they're not like anything
No,
like.
the audience score and the critic score are wildly different.
Interesting about that though, we were even kind of critical of Chris Pratt's voice. Is he going to be able to do Mario? I don't hear any criticism of that anymore.
I think this is
apparently he was actually fairly good.
I
Voice
feel like
acting
this
in
is just an instance of like this IP is so important and so big. It's worldwide, and it's the first Super Mario Brothers movies in 30 years.
Yeah.
So why not turn out for it?
So I'm going to guess they're going to make a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. I was thinking about the global total. So yeah,
Oh.
you're right. It's 204.6 million. So yeah, you're okay.
Globally.
So 200. So no. So I said $205 million in its first 5 days, and then
Yeah.
Brad was like, "No, it made way more than that." And I was talking domestically, and instead of asking a question like, "Hey, are you talking domestic or international?" he just assumed I was wrong, which is exactly what he does.
How many times is he wrong? And
Hey,
did I admit that I was wrong and tell him that he was right? Is he still
Hey,
gloating?
Brad,
wait,
Brad,
stop,
when
stop,
did
stop,
Cowboys and Aliens come out?
Is he still gloating?
Ben, how does it make you feel when he does that?
You can't reference off podcast things.
I will.
That nobody knows what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
because you said doesn't matter.
You
You know what? It doesn't matter.
Hey,
you ruined my night at the arcade.
You know, go on vacation. Maybe take a stroll on Normandy Beach.
Hey.
Okay.
It's nice this time of year. Sunshine, glistening oceans. So speaking of Super Mario Brothers, I did see the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, how was it?
I didn't like it.
Really, at all? Like you didn't find it was okay?
And here's the thing. The animation is fantastic. It looks incredible. Jack Black as Bowser is outstanding. Everything with him works very well. It's a very funny performance. They do some really amusing things with him. I recognize immediately while I'm watching this that the movie is going to play to kids like gangbusters. It's from Illumination Entertainment. They shoot a little bit lower when it comes to their target demographic. They're constantly making stuff for
Wait,
kids.
hold on. You're talking about the Minions, and you're saying that's
Don't hit on the
shooting
Minions.
low?
I love the Minions.
That's not low.
But
That's highbrow comedy.
so, and it works for kids. Like, sure, kids deserve brainless
An
entertainment.
8 or 9 year old's going to go in there and have a great time.
Kids
right?
deserve stupid, entertaining movies just like we do. Like Ben likes Fast and Furious movies.
So do you. Calm down.
Well, I don't know about that. No, we love stupid action movies. We love empty popcorn movies, and this is an empty popcorn movie for kids. The script is so lazy.
That's the biggest criticism I've heard.
There's barely a story.
There's no story.
And it's not an excuse that that some of the games have a very basic plot. Like, this is a movie version of the games. It's supposed to have a story. And it is just weak. It is an excuse to weave together more Easter eggs than you have ever seen in any movie ever before. Tons of Nintendo references. The score is beautifully done. There's a lot of
Well, that's John Williams for you.
Mario themes that come around. Brian Tyler's the composer. Don't listen to Ben. But there's just a lot of moments in here where it's clear that they didn't care to have any real explanation for stuff. They forgot things that they did previously in the movie.
Ugh,
I'll mention two of my biggest pet peeves with the movie, and they're not really spoilers or anything like that.
I do want you to comment though, because we did critique him here. Was Chris Pratt as annoying as we thought he would be in there?
He's not
fine.
annoying. He's just not doing anything
just
special.
he was doing it like.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
forget-
better.
it's
It's kind of better
forgettable.
than we thought he was going to do, because we thought we'd watch it and be like, "This is terrible."
yeah, it's not.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's doing a subtle Italian Brooklyn
Okay.
I thought you,
kind of thing.
honestly, I really thought you were saying he's doing a subtle British accent.
No, it's hey, it's me, Mario kind of thing. It's very very basic, nothing special.
Oi, it's me, Mario.
Peaky Blinders, Mario. But no. So two annoying things to me. First things first. Early in the movie, Mario and Luigi are plumbers. They get a call to go do a job, and their truck breaks down. So they have to hightail it, run across New York to get there. They do a cool tribute shot to the first level on the Super Mario Brothers video game, where it's a side scroll shot where they're running across a New York street, and all the obstacles are like they look like New York, but it's recreating the same level from the first Super Mario Brothers. And Mario is jumping around, helping Luigi get through, climbing fire escape ladders, jumping over construction sites, everything like that. Like he's good at parkour, basically. He gets to Mushroom Kingdom, and he wants to help Peach stop Bowser from coming to mess with Mushroom Kingdom, and they're supposed to go to Donkey Kong's world to ask them to help by getting their army to help them out. And before she lets him go with her, she tests his mettle by having him go through this obstacle course that looks like your average Super Mario level, with like collapsing platforms and like the rotating batons and everything.
Absolutely terrible.
He's
at it.
fucking terrible at it, and it's like, you just showed us that he's good at this. Why is he not good at this now? Like there's not even a learning curve. He's just bad at it, and so it's an excuse for a training montage with holding out for a hero. Which another complaint I have is there's 4 lazy, like just the most obvious needle drops of modern music you could ever imagine in a movie like this. But the other issue, and it's such an easy thing you can fix, is when they leave Mushroom Kingdom to go to the Donkey Kong thing, the mushrooms who live in the kingdom, they're watching Mario leave with Peach, and they're like, hey, who's this guy? And she just goes, he's not important. And it's like a funny gag. It's like, oh, whatever. And so they leave. They don't know who he is. After they get attacked by Bowser's Koopa Troopas in like a Rainbow Road, Mad Max Fury Road kind of sequence, she goes back to the thing thinking that Mario is gone. And the first thing she says when she walks in is she goes, Mario's gone. This, and they're all worried. And it's like, you don't fucking know who this guy is. Why do you care? It's just sloppy. It's lazy writing.
They didn't stick to their rules.
Yeah.
And I know you hate that.
And they didn't even try to really establish any rules either. Like there's no actual world building of what this place is like when the story isn't happening. Like Peach just says, oh, we have these power-ups around. And it's like, okay, but why? What are you doing day to day that you need these blocks with mushrooms in them all the time? Why are there power-ups in this world?
Yeah, but see, the 7-year-olds don't care.
No, that's the thing.
Won't care.
That's the thing, and that's it. Like if that's your decision, fine. But man, it's frustrating. You know, like I want some care taken with the
I'm
story.
going to tell that to my son. Here's the thing: is you enjoyed this. It's just really frustrating to Brad.
$205 million domestically, and again, you get to make a lazy movie because what? The IP is so strong.
I think that's what it is. It really is. And it's just I wish that they just took a little time to just fix some of these things, and because it wouldn't have been hard. You spend a day just reading through the script and be like, oh, this is a thing.
That's most frustrating. That probably is, like you said, the voice acting fine. Some of it's very good. The animation beautiful. All you needed to do was to work up the script a little bit better, right? And you would have had a pretty good film.
Yeah. And it's like it doesn't really have much heart to it either. Like, I don't need it to be a Pixar movie necessarily, but it would be nice if like the characters had a decent arc. You know?
Something Illumination has done well. Despicable Me has a couple of those films. I don't know if 3 does, but the first 2 have an emotional arc to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got Gru, raising these 3 girls kind of thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, they don't do a bad job in those movies of making at least an attempt at
making you care about the characters.
An attempt at that.
Yeah.
No, they've made good films before.
Yeah.
That they're not a bad animation house.
It does feel like there is somewhat of an attempt here, but it was clearly like secondary, or maybe even further down on the list, because like Luigi's arc is basically, he's kind of a coward and he needs to learn to be brave. Mario's arc is his Ben. You'll relate to this. Actually, Nate, you will too. His dad doesn't believe in him and isn't proud of him, and so Mario is trying to like constantly prove himself.
Hey, Nate, can I talk to you for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what Brandon said?
Yeah, I did. I just kind of ignore a lot of that. But.
So just we're going to relate to that because our dad's what?
I mean, I just
okay. No, it's fine. Hey, Brad, come on.
He's tapping into some
come on back in, Brad.
things that
hey,
we have.
it's fine.
My dad's dead, so.
Did he not have an extra life?
So.
But no. So but Mario's dad is kind of a dick. Like,
All right, go on. Now I'm back in.
Now it's like who cares?
Go on.
So who cares if he impresses him? Like why is that important?
Oh, let me explain to you the psychology.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Now I am actually back into this. So the reason it's important, and honestly, maybe you missed out on this because your dad loved you. That's why.
Is that you're waiting. If you could just do the thing that will make them love you, you will find it. So you just keep trying and you try and you try.
You know,
and
like in the video game,
you're gonna break it.
In the video game, he finds a mushroom that makes him big. In real life, you're looking for your father's love, which makes you big. And guess what? I'm still small Mario.
Well,
I mean, you.
Well, I'm wait.
Podcasters, we're gonna take a break.
That's fine.
guys, BetterHelp.
Go to betterhelp.com and enter in the promo code Flix for 20% off your
Sad
first
dad.
SadDadFlix.com.
Oh boy. So that's the last theatrical film that I saw.
Benny boy, what'd you watch, bud?
I was assigned something about training a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
How I trained my dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Don't you hate on How to Train Your
No,
Dragon?
I'm just
I love
joking.
this film.
I watched the first one. I loved it. I then watched the second one because I love the first one so much. I've seen both of them, and I want to see the third one. Of course, I just ran out of time. But man, I will say,
I want to ask a question.
Wow,
because again, listeners will know
Wow.
I cry in everything. But did you cry in this film?
second one.
Yeah, it gets sad.
The
doesn't
second
it?
one, I cried.
It is they shot Bambi scene.
Honestly, I told you guys.
Baby doesn't get shot.
I told you off air when
They killed
Nibbles
Bambi.
kills
Bambi's
the
mom.
dad. I just lost it, and I don't because I couldn't remember the
Nibbles. by the
I
way.
called him
Go-
Nibbles
Yeah.
because I couldn't remember the dragon's name. Toothless. But I told the guys, I was like, guys, when Nibbles kills the dad, and they're like, who is Nibbles? I was like, the black dragon. Like
he
whatever.
watched the cheap knockoff version.
The Transmorphers version where Nibbles was a fire-breathing rodent. No. So in the second one, spoiler alert, Toothless is under the control of an alpha dragon and shoots a fireball to try to kill Hiccup, but the dad, voiced by Jerry Butts, dives in the way.
Long-time listeners know we love Jerry Butts.
We love Jerry Butts.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a great voice performance. I'm not
He
joking.
does great.
Yeah.
He does great.
And he kills, like, it's like your best friend killed your dad. It's fucking nuts.
I will say, I think all of the voice acting in this.
Oh, it's
is
this is
really
a
good.
great voice
Yep.
cast. The first one features America Ferrera and obviously Jay Baruchel,
Jonah
and-
Hill, Kristen Wiig,
and TJ
Kristen
Miller.
Wiig is almost unrecognizable.
Christopher
in her.
Mintz-Plasse.
Yeah, you don't even recognize
Yeah.
any of them. That's how good the voice acting is. And this movie, I mean, you talk about an emotional core, right? This movie immediately has an emotional core to it, which I responded to 100%. What I love about this film is that I was trying to like guess, right? It's an animated film, and it's got stakes, and what are those stakes going to be? And in my head, I'm like, cool, Hiccup, caught a dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and that dragon's going to turn out to be the runt of the litter, and it's also just like him, and that's why
Yep.
they're gonna. Nope, that's a fucking badass dragon.
Yep.
And you actually did catch a Nightwing or whatever, Night Terror, whatever the fuck it was. It's incredibly like that. It's the animation on that dragon's face is incredible.
There's a lot of things I love about this film, but
I was so impressed.
I love when any animated film is a legitimately good film,
Sure.
right? Regardless of animation or not. These are legitimately, I think, good films. But I also love any animated film that is creating a world for you that seems believable, and they did.
So we talked about. I mean, obviously, we just talked about those Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
There was not one moment in this film that I thought, oh, that doesn't make sense because of something they've already set up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything they set up pays off. Every single character is believable until the end, right? Even like Craig Ferguson as
Oh yeah,
he's great. He's great.
Fun.
Yeah.
and
He's kind of the comic foil. of
he
some of
is,
this,
but
yeah.
also he is so earnest in that role.
Yeah.
And he cares so much about Hiccup because obviously Jerry Butts' character is, really preoccupied, let's say.
Yeah.
And a lot of times in like the second movie, they introduce the mom and you're going, all right, well, this could be very lazy, but they do it in such a really great way that it was super believable. Like I was just overall, if I had to sum up these movies so far, the word is impressive.
Yeah.
I was very impressed by these two.
The
films.
directors, Chris Sanders and Kirk D'Amico,
Man.
also did another one of my favorite animated film series. I really like Croods and Croods 2. They're both very good films.
Bailey actually and I watched those two films, and we also enjoyed
And so
them. Very
I think
well.
they just have a good understanding of how to create a good world for
and live
animated
within
films.
it, honestly.
Yep.
Because if you start stretching those boundaries too far, and trying to introduce like a side character that doesn't really make sense,
Yeah.
they didn't. These are still very core. Now I am nervous about the third film because obviously
Third one's great.
to do a trilogy in this way.
Third one is great.
I like the third one a lot. They're not the same directors. It's a different director. It's Dean DeBlois, I think is his name.
Dubois, maybe.
Yeah, DeBlois. But I like them all. I mean, I will say this, as Illumination might be more animated for 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds. How to Train Your Dragon has an emotional core to it that I would say is probably more resonant for 11 to 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
It is. Listen, How to Train Your Dragon, especially, and I'm not joking, especially the second one. If you don't watch that movie and get a little teary-eyed about what happens in that film, that is the most emotional I felt since watching a Pixar movie. Like that's on par with some of the best Pixar films I've seen.
Yeah.
It is really fucking good.
Yeah. No, these
So
movies are
if
great.
you were on the fence at all, like I was, about watching How to Train Your Dragon, which is insane, right? Because of course the joke is like, by the third one, shouldn't he have trained him? But honestly, these are great films.
And he does train.
Oh, of
right?
course.
Like,
Yeah.
so that's not the issue by the third one.
But yeah,
So-
but in the second one, other people had to train dragons, and the third one, there's more dragons.
There's, the third one, How to Train Your Dragon 3. There's more dragons.
is Kit Harington is in one of them, right? Is he in the second or third one?
I think it's the third one.
Is it the third
Yeah.
one?
Listen,
I get them mixed up.
I didn't hear Kit Harington's voice in the second one, so
Yeah,
it might be
it's
the
a third
third
one.
one. So
that's a lie. I don't even know what he sounds like.
There's the does he have the flaming sword in the second one?
Yeah, second
Yeah.
one's Flaming Sword.
Such a cool weapon.
It is.
it is.
Yeah.
Kit Harington is in the third one. Yep.
No, his like trickery, right, and how he's so advanced, and
Yeah.
and then the first one, like how he learns to obviously train the dragons, and
Yeah.
why he's doing so well in those things. It's just such a fun story that you are engaged with the entire time. I was honestly, like, we're watching the first one, and I'm going like, oh, how's he gonna? It was.
How's he gonna train that dragon?
I'm not joking. Like, I kind of felt like that, like, because each dragon comes up, like, oh, how's he gonna trick this one? It's a fun film.
I love the animation
Man.
with Toothless too. Because
Oh my god!
Sometimes
Seriously.
sometimes he's like a dog, sometimes he's like a cat, and
Yeah.
like just the way he moves, and like you said, his facial expressions.
Well,
like he
and
comes
of course,
to life.
the dumbest thing ever. We have a very like dense as a dying star dog. Like our dog Morty is.
Hey, don't say that. He's in them forever.
No, he is. But he is 50 pounds, and he's about, I don't know, a foot long. Like,
Yeah.
he's just this little sausage. And honestly, we've now started calling him Toothless. Like he when he looks up at you, like I just, maybe that's why I love this movie so much.
Yeah.
Guys, I love it so much. Okay, it's fun.
Josh, anything else?
No, I watched 2 movies, Brad.
It's about time.
Hey, did you watch Shrinking yet?
Yes, 3 episodes, and I'm caught up with Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. He's a Western hero.
No, he's not.
Ted Lasso.
No, what are
He's
you-
coming for your cattle.
What are you doing?
Ted Lasso.
Hey, we watched some trailers.
A trailer.
No.
Here comes the trailers.
Is this Star Trek?
We watched some
Let's
trailers.
talk about trailers.
And they were cool. It's not Star Trek, it's Star Wars.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
He doesn't know the difference.
Cheesy crazy.
Cheeses?
Cheeses.
Hey, buddy.
We watched a few trailers on this day. Let's start off with a trailer that hit over the weekend during Star Wars Celebration, which I don't know if you guys heard. There's some big Star Wars news over the weekend.
Are they actually going to make
Did you
them?
guys- did you
My
guys hear
son
about
comes
this?
to me and says, "Yeah, they always announce things. They don't always do them."
That's not true, actually. Star Wars Celebration is actually one of the only places where when they announce something, they are definitely making
They've
it.
done them all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your kid's dumb.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
Yeah, you tell your kid to just get the fuck out of here.
No, so they did announce Oksana Bayul
That's a new Star Wars movie that's
Yep.
coming out, and so
ice skating on Hoth.
what a strange reference.
Well, it sounds.
I know. I was like, "Is that like a?"
What's her name?
Oksana Bayul is
No,
her
no,
name.
the other one, the real one.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
So that's been announced for a while.
Guys, ice skating on Hoth? Come on.
They released a trailer.
Okay, you know what? I'm over here.
Shut
by
the fuck up.
Fine.
So which ones have they announced that are probably coming out then?
So what they did announce, as far as this was a big one because they had yet to announce officially what the next era of Star Wars movies was to follow Rise of Skywalker, and so the way they laid it out is they have basically like a new timeline, and what they're focusing on is they're focusing on stuff in the past, in the present, and in the future. So one of the things they're doing is James Mangold.
What else would they focus on?
Just as opposed to
Guys, we're gonna do a new thing where we only focus on three things: the past, what's happening right now, and then things in the future. Everybody, well, I don't know if that'll work, boss.
What about? Well,
I'm not laughing about this. This is a serious thing. No, so the first thing, the thing that is going to be like not really a prequel, but like it's going to dive into the origin of the Jedi. They're calling they're calling it Dawn of the Jedi. That's probably not going to be the actual title of it, but James Mangold, the guy who directed Logan, he just directed Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. He's going to be directing that movie, and it's supposed to focus on the origins of the Jedi, basically.
Brad's gonna
thousands of years ago.
Brad's going to get so mad at us.
The one for the what's happening now basically is Dave Filoni, who is the creator of Clone Wars and is one of the co-creators of The Mandalorian and Ahsoka with Jon Favreau. He's going to be directing his first movie, and it will be a culmination of the Star Wars TV shows, which includes Mandalorian.
From what I hear, one of the most important
Ahsoka.
stakeholders in the Star Wars world, right?
For sure, yeah. He for a while he's been the heir apparent to George Lucas. Like he learned directly from George Lucas because they collaborated on Clone Wars together, and he's the one who really has the spirit of Lucas, and
he understands the world better than anybody else.
Yeah,
right?
he just has a grasp on a similar style of storytelling.
He can continue to make it bad.
Well, all the Star Wars fans of this podcast are not listening.
And so then the third,
thanks, Ben.
The third one.
Oh yeah, the prequels were amazing.
The third one is going to be a sequel essentially to the sequel trilogy because it's going to bring Rey back, and what they're calling that is the New Jedi Order era, where Rey has been training new Jedi for 15 years, and it will continue the story.
But it's a mess,
in a
from
new
what I
direction.
understand, right?
Yeah, the Jedi are kind of in disarray. No one really knows what they're doing, or there's no organization.
I'm excited
or
about
anything.
that.
So yeah, I'm interested. I'm curious about that one. That one was previously written by Damon Lindelof, who worked on Lost and wrote Watchmen.
He's not bad. Yeah, he's pretty good.
But whatever happened, he's not rewriting. They got somebody else to come and rewrite. Stephen Knight, who's the creator of Peaky Blinders. And so that'll be happening as well. And so so that's the stuff. They tease some of the upcoming TV shows. They have another show called Skeleton Crew they're describing as kind of like a Goonies approach to Star Wars. It focuses on kids who get lost in the galaxy and get caught up in
I'll do that.
adventure.
Yeah,
it sounds cool.
Wait, did you do the future?
That I just said that with New Jedi Order.
I was
taking
listening.
place.
I was
Sorry,
listening.
listening.
And then they have another show called The Acolyte that takes place a little further in the past that focuses on some.
Is it spelled like a church acolyte?
It is. It's spelled exactly like
Wait,
that.
now we're back in the past?
That show is.
So that's talking about the past.
You don't care about Star Wars. Don't ask questions.
You just said
you
future.
haven't even finished the second season of The Mandalorian.
No, and now you're back in the past.
You're like a child who wanders into a theater and demands to know what's going on.
I am like the
Shut
child.
the fuck up,
I'm
Donnie.
like the child. I'm very powerful.
But
also, I eat frog eggs.
So yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of cool announcements, and I'm curious to see what happens. We'll see with the old Star Wars.
I've watched the first two seasons of The Mandalorian. I watched probably half of Obi-Wan. I've just not been keeping up with the series, and I need to. I know, but I just have not. Have you watched all the current series right now?
Oh yeah. I love Star Wars, and plus for my job, it's like what we do.
So, what is your favorite of the series that they've released?
Mando.
Is it?
Yeah, Mando.
And then
sure.
what?
Which season is best?
The first season.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's really good.
Yeah.
But you are a defender because there's been some strong critiques of season 3. But you are a defender of that, right? You've
Yeah,
season 3.
it's definitely a little messier than the other two seasons. But the stuff that people are complaining about, people just need to fucking grow up.
That's what I keep on telling Ben.
I won't get into the details of it, but
So in the third season, is it full grown Yoda?
yeah, he's full grown and he runs a burger stand.
And he keeps on saying there's always money in the burger stand.
Yeah.
So it's like an Arrested Development Bob's Burgers crossover? I'm in. Oh my god, I can't believe that I didn't see this.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Are you not a huge Star Wars fan? Are you?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No. I listen.
You're fine, right? You're fine with it. But
I
you're
watch every single Star Wars movie that comes out.
Yep.
And I watch it normally opening day. Seriously. And honestly, some of that is because Brad and I are such good friends, and he wants to see them, and I do go with him.
Are you still though?
I mean, honestly, listen. I'm gonna be honest here. If Brad and I were not so close, I might have waited for every single one of the 7, 8, 9 to come out on DVD
And watch it on your phone.
Yeah, I would have. But because
Ben's
he's
still buying DVDs, even though
And not even like
motherfucker,
Blu-rays.
you're the one that loves Blu-rays.
yeah, those aren't DVDs.
Oh, whatever. It's
DVD
oh
is
my god.
if
It's
you
the
could-
same-
Oh, right.
All right, fine.
lower quality.
Oh my
just the
God.
Blu-ray is HD, and now it's 4K Ultra HD. So no,
You know
not
what I
watching DVDs over here.
Jesus.
Jeez, this isn't family video.
All right. So
Grow up. Anyway, at Star Wars Celebration, they released the new trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Guys, what did you think about
It was
this
great.
trailer?
Okay,
I
what's
can't wait
next?
for it. I can't wait. Honestly,
Such a good trailer.
it looks so good. The cast looks so good. Harrison Ford is in this new show called Shrinking. You should watch it.
What?
Is it like Ant-Man?
Yeah.
You know what? Now I really want to see Harrison Ford.
I want to see Harrison Ford and Michael Douglas just beating the shit out of each other with a bunch of ants
Who
around
wins in
him.
that fight? Harrison Ford. or
Harrison
Michael-
fucking Ford.
No. Like real people?
Yeah.
Michael
I'm-
Douglas.
No, it's Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford's 81 years old.
Michael Douglas is like 90.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Michael Douglas he can still pack a punch.
So
Harrison
can
Ford.
Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
Ford.
He's
Harrison
not
No
like-
way. Harrison Ford has had so many broken ankles from so many plane crashes.
He's not fighting with his ankles.
Let's make that. Can you please make that the title of this episode? He's not fighting with his ankles.
So what do you guys think? There was a conversation I saw online about this, a very online conversation. Jonathan Rhys-Davies is again in this. Is it time to
He looks
retire?
so old.
But is it time to retire a Welsh actor playing a Middle Eastern character?
A little bit, but also he looks 107.
So you do this film. You guys are directing this
Are we
film.
sure that John Rhys-Davies doesn't have a little bit of Middle Eastern background?
I mean, he has. No, he doesn't.
How do you know? Are
Because
you his family members?
well, I did look it up. Actually, I did look it up before.
What, you on Ancestry.com? You're looking up everybody's
Okay.
origins?
All right. He is born to Welsh parents. All right.
So what? There's plenty of people who are born to Welsh parents and they have different ethnic
Are
backgrounds.
you really defending
Brad,
this?
go
Are you
on.
really defending-
No, Nate, Brad, go on.
I don't know. I've met
No,
a lot
Brad,
of people.
go on.
I've met a lot of people who have like 5% Native American blood.
Okay. No, Nate, don't say anything.
You
No,
want him to
Nate,
hang
Nate,
himself? don't
I
you?
mean this. Don't say anything. Brad, go on.
No, I'm waiting for more evidence.
No.
No.
Brad, no. Nate, I'm serious.
Nate, print out.
Nate, shut the fuck
Nate.
up. Brad, go on.
Nate, print out the page from Ancestry.com that shows me that John Rhys-Davies isn't Middle
We've already
Eastern.
established he has no Middle Eastern background.
We haven't though. He hasn't showed me. Show me the Carfax.
Nate looked it up, and now you are literally over here saying,
Show me the Carfax.
saying what again? It's fine.
He is. He's
Okay.
like, I do believe.
Indy. Like you're okay with that?
And he's not doing a Quickie Mart
Oh,
accent.
he pretty much is.
No, that's not even remotely true. It's not that.
Do you think they
egregious.
should have recast him?
Why would you recast him? He played the character.
Well, I mean, back in the '80s when we didn't know as much as we do now.
There's nothing that says that you can't play a Welsh Middle Eastern character.
He's not a Welsh Middle Eastern character.
The character maybe. Did you look up the character on Ancestry.com? Did you look up Salah? Is he listed
I
there?
love-
His name is literally Salah.
I love this.
Salah.
I do love this rabbit hole. Who was the guy that was that played in Short Circuit?
Oh, it's
Oh,
Fisher
yeah.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Same- yeah, Brad
and
would
honestly,
defend that. Brad would
big,
defend
big
that.
Fisher Stevens fan.
They didn't put John Rhys-Davies in brown face.
They didn't put Fisher Stevens in brown face.
Yeah. Oh, they absolutely did.
He just tanned.
Okay.
He went to Omaha Beach.
And Nate, here's the thing. If I just wait a little bit, Ben will walk himself into a deeper hole.
Which is what you're doing. So talk more about that, Ben.
I love.
So
this
you're okay
much.
with brown face and Short Circuit?
You're fine with Jonathan Rhys-Davies
No.
playing a Middle Eastern character.
He wants to see the Carfax.
I need to see
So
the
yeah,
Carfax.
Because
honestly,
there might be like 1%. He's like, look, 1%
honestly,
Middle Eastern.
I've heard about this from a lot of Republicans. Like, prove it.
like Brad. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad's
No,
a big
but
Republican.
I do think what it is with Indiana Jones though, because like obviously you should get somebody who's Middle Eastern. The first movie was made at a time when like that was deemed okay.
But it's 2023.
No, it is 2023.
It is
but,
like 40 years after, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
But like I think with this though, there's a legacy that comes
Sure.
with it, So
yeah, it's fine. because it's a legacy.
No, but I am serious though when I do say like it's not like a thing where they did put him, in brown face or anything like that. It's like they didn't. It's not a blackface performance. Kind of
but
thing.
he is clearly playing a Middle Eastern man.
Sure. It's there's I don't necessarily think it's like a great thing.
And we don't know how heavy his role is here. He might just have a couple
I don't
lines.
care. I mean,
I'm sure it's just a quick legacy appearance.
I'm not loving that only because everybody all the time says we can't do this anymore, and then every once in a while, well, this one's different. So it's either for all or for none.
I mean, it is.
So instead of
I don't love that. Honestly.
Ben, real quick, as the producer or director, would you have said and suggested, let's just not include that character?
Exactly. Like you don't have to recast it,
Yeah.
but
Don't
you don't have
recast
to
it,
include it.
but just
It just doesn't
it's
matter.
not necessary
It
to the
doesn't
story.
matter. It doesn't matter. This is such a far gone thing. That why are we bringing? Because you're
There
like,
are other
oh, you know what?
legacy characters
We
in
we
the-
are going
in the
to bring
Indiana
this
Jones
back and make
universe
sure
you
you
can
know
bring
that
back.
he's in it, and it's a nostalgia grab. I get that. I'm not mad at that part of it, but man, I mean, come on, it is 2023. Jesus Christ, what are we doing here?
And you disagree, Brad.
To an extent, I
really want you to strongly disagree.
No, I understand like the being upset by it and that kind of thing, but like there is I think that there is a line to be drawn as far as like how egregious this kind of thing is. Like if he was walking around doing an Apu accent when in brown face,
Didn't
and
John Wayne do like an Asian like character or something?
Of
very
course, he
famously?
played
like,
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
well, did you know Genghis Khan?
I didn't, but evidently he's
show
my
me his
ancestor.
Carfax. Show me his Carfax.
No, I will back off here a little bit. I do understand kind of where they're coming from. This is it's an indelible character, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The only person that could ever play that role is that actor. And I get that. And I'm not sure that anybody really cares. That's the other thing. Nobody really is up in
I've
arms
never-
with
There's,
this.
like I said, it was extremely online.
Yeah,
There are a lot of things that are online
honestly,
that nobody cares about.
no
but
one
we
cares.
see.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Like I honestly haven't ever really heard any like complaints about John
this
Rhys
is-
Davies playing
this
that
is a-
character.
It
This
was
is-
a question: should this still be happening?
this
kind
is
of, more than
a
anything.
this is a subset of Twitter on the side
Yep.
that
Or
is
Reddit,
trying to make something
or-
out of
yep.
nothing. And I was just giving you a hard
Twitter
time.
is not the real world.
I don't care.
It's very
personally.
important to remember.
I do also think though,
politically
like
and otherwise.
I do really think though, like they're making this movie in 2023, and they're going like, yeah, this is that's the problem.
I think if it was a new character and they were doing it like that,
Yeah.
but like it's established and like the character was never really like an offensive caricature.
No, again, it becomes down to two things. One, if it's offensive and you're playing a stereotype, and
Right,
they're
exactly,
bad, right?
exactly.
But then also on the other side of that, even if it's inoffensive and like Short Round, if in Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, if Short Round was then recast as a white person but still doing an accent, that's weird, right?
I mean, yeah, of course, but that feels like a different thing, I don't know, like that feels like not necessarily the same concept.
I just feel like it's okay. I haven't seen the movie yet, but is this character integral to the plot?
I think what it is
Isn't it integral?
I've heard it both ways. You can it's Sala is a longtime friend of Indiana Jones, and he's been part of it. And this is a movie I think that is definitely pulling back on the history of Indiana Jones, and so it's the same kind of thing of bringing back legacy characters in the new Star Wars trilogy and that kind of thing. It's stuff that fans are familiar with, and so it pulls at your heartstrings.
I have another question for you, because again, I think we've beat this horse, but I want to talk to. Do you think like Michael Douglas in the first Ant-Man? Do you think there's going to be a lot of de-aging on Harrison Ford in different
Yes.
scenes?
Oh yeah, so because we saw
it in the trailer.
Yeah, a little bit. But
as far as I know, the structure of the movie is there are flashbacks to because he's
the
villain.
Godfather, right?
Yeah.
of
The
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Dial of Destiny turns back time, so they are definitely going to use that.
I don't think that's what it is. I think I think it's
I do love how confidently you said that, because I'm like, I didn't know that's what that.
Oh yeah, no, the Dial of Destiny.
I think it's
it turns back time, and you're going to see like what could have happened if Harrison Ford did that.
no, it's a juxtaposition because the villain Mads Mikkelsen, like they're going to show that like they have a history and it's going to cut back and forth and that kind of thing.
When the dial turns back,
There's
time.
a couple shots in here of a de-aged Harrison Ford that look unbelievable. where like I paused to look at it. I'm like, that just looks like a real shot from an Indiana Jones movie that we just didn't see. It's like it's super impressive.
Are you happy now that Steven Spielberg's finally not directing this film?
Yes, thank God.
Yeah, he's been doing way too many movies lately. I would stop giving Steven Spielberg movies.
It is the first film in this series not directed by Steven Spielberg, nor with a story written by George Lucas.
Thank God.
So it'll be interesting.
Finally.
Yeah.
I mean, Jaws 4 was terrible.
It's true. So yeah, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny comes out in June.
I know. I really am excited for it.
I'm very excited. Yep.
How are you guys feeling about the one of the other trailers that we watched for Marvel's The Marvels?
wait.
Marvel's The Marvels.
Yeah.
Marvel. You know what? The Marvelous Mrs. Marvel.
Marvel's The Marvels.
Marbles?
Marvels.
Is it Dick Tracy?
This is the sequel to Captain Marvel.
Oh!
It also serves as a sequel essentially to Ms. Marvel,
Which I've defended on the show. I really loved that series.
Yeah,
I
we've
really
talked about how good it is, and Ben refuses to watch it because
First of all, I never said it was bad. You guys are acting like I said it was dog shit.
Have you watched it?
No!
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
made for preteen girls.
No,
It's
it is not. It
It's
is not.
not.
It's made...
Is Pretty in Pink made for preteen girls?
Yes!
No.
Yes,
Is
it is!
16 Candles made for preteen girls?
Yes!
No. Is Breakfast Club made for just teenagers?
Yes!
No.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
It's not.
I'm very excited about this. It looks
What?
It looks funny. It looks good. I love the three
Oh my
Marvel
God.
Miss Marvel characters that they've gotten here.
Yeah.
Um,
Great
no.
use of Beastie Boys.
yeah,
Forgot.
the trailer is just very good as well. Marvel does fairly good trailers anyway.
I
but
forgot these people existed. It's been 10 years since Mrs. Marvel or Captain Marvel
It
came
hasn't
out.
been
No, it
10
hasn't.
years.
Captain
I
Marvel.
forgot all about these
Like
characters.
2019.
Yeah,
2018.
Captain
Yeah.
Marvel came
It's
out
been 4 years ago.
after Avengers Infinity War. So
4 years.
no, it's just 2018.
Well, there's a thing called the pandemic as well.
Yeah,
that-
exactly. So I
This-
don't care.
Actually, before the podcast,
I don't care.
Brad and I were talking about this film
I
has
don't
actually
care.
been done for like a year.
Exactly. That's why I don't care.
But they're working on timelines of when
This
Yeah,
is like
you know, and,
Black Widow to me.
And
I liked Black Widow. You didn't like Black Widow?
It was fine.
yeah,
and
Black-
this movie's
Black
going to be
Widow's
fine. But
Monica
it should've been-
Rambeau was in WandaVision, and
Yep.
she's back in this as well.
This is going to tie, or
It's
this is
just not
going to
timely
connect
enough for
two
me.
of their series that they've done that are two good series,
Yeah.
WandaVision
And
and
Ms.
Ms.
Marvel.
Marvel, into this film, and I'm very excited about it.
No.
Yeah, it looks fun, and Mon Vellani, who plays Ms. Marvel,
She looks so much fun. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be, I think,
and she is. It's funny because Ms. Marvel as a character in Marvel Comics is a Captain Marvel
Yep.
fangirl. She and Iman Vellani herself is a Marvel
Yep.
fangirl. So like it's just an adorable meta performance.
that's the best word for her. She's just adorable
Yeah.
in this. Yeah, even in the trailer.
We got Samuel L. Jackson back as Nick Fury, which is going to be
his
be fun.
15th time playing Nick Fury.
Yeah, and that's on top of playing him in Secret Invasion, another Disney Plus series that's coming along, bringing old Ben Mendelsohn back as Talos the Skrull.
Cool.
Are you sure you won't go see this?
I just don't care anymore. Like, this is just so outdated. This
It's
is
not outdated.
It is.
Ben's been drinking at the arcade since like 7 o'clock.
No, but this,
so,
I'm not joking. This is something that should have come out 3 years ago.
I will see this in the theater, and I'm very excited about it.
yeah, absolutely. I will be there opening day, and I will be very excited. And I'm gonna send a video of me flipping off Ben on my phone.
How are you guys excited?
We like fun. We like to go to movies. We like to be entertained.
Hey guys,
Fine, but like, do it in the appropriate timeline. Like, this should have come out 3 or 4 years ago. Like,
No, because 3 or 4 years ago they were doing something called the end of the Infinity Saga with Avengers Endgame.
it just feels dated to me.
and they pushed essentially all Marvel movies back at least a year.
yeah.
And that's not my fault.
Because of the pandemic.
Well, it's not their fault either.
it's
the
kind
pandemic.
of your fault because you're just like this Republican white guy.
And we refuse to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Well,
all right,
they
hey.
don't work, first of all.
Boys, you guys, as you know, I was gone last week on a vacation
You were.
in Alabama.
You
So I created a game for us based on films shot in Alabama. This is gonna be fun.
Oh, boy.
Deliverance.
No.
Okay.
So what I will do is I will
You
give
know where they shot Deliverance?
What?
You know where they shot Deliverance?
Indian?
What?
Omaha Beach.
So I will give you. We'll start off the game by I will give you the actors in a film.
Do you want to sing a song?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get there, but I
Oh,
gotta
okay.
tell you the rules.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the actors of the film. I'll give then if you don't get it by then, I'll give you the year of the film was made, and if you don't get that, I will give you the synopsis of the film.
I feel like you should do the year first because that's more obscure because the actors we're going to get it pretty
All right,
pretty
we'll change the
quickly.
rules.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a game, Ben. You have to do a song for this.
No, I wasn't bringing up.
Brad, those are the rules, right?
Yeah. It's been a while since Ben's done a song.
Are you? No,
We
no.
did a great song for the trailer segment
Yep.
today.
We've done our job.
You didn't have to do a song when Alex was here because Nate was gone, and
Yep.
we played a game that day.
Yep.
And so it's
time to do a song, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, get the mic back in front of your face.
This is
and
what you
do
get
it.
for complaining about the Marvels. This is what you get for being a grump about Star Wars. This is what you get for your place in life.
Grumpy boys sing songs.
Yeah.
That's our rule.
Grumpy Ben gives us tunes.
All right. So again, I'm going to give you some ideas. This is going to be about Alabama. You can maybe do like a Sweet Home Alabama thing, or you could do
That's a fun one.
A song written by the band Alabama,
Yeah.
like
Maybe something from the Forrest Gump soundtrack. 'cause
Yeah,
that's set in Alabama.
Great. Some CCR or something.
Yeah.
So
Freebird.
we will allow you some time to think about it, and we will edit this out. And then when you're ready, you get your microphone back, and then you can sing.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. No, it's not on me. I do this. I fucking sing all the time now. This is like going to be the first time that I don't sing.
It's
I have sung the
that's
song
the fun
the
of the
last like
podcast. People
5
love
times.
that. People love that.
No, I don't give a fuck. No, I'm not doing it. Somebody else. For the first time in like 6 episodes, somebody else has to do the song.
Wow.
I literally have done it for the last 5 times.
But our listeners are like crazy.
I don't care about my listeners. I'm just kidding. I love you all.
They want it. They want it. This is the thing they want more than anything is you
No,
singing
no,
the song.
no.
Like we
somebody
literally
else-
have
no,
reviews
you have to do
saying
it.
Ben singing the song.
I'm not kidding. Like I do it every time.
He's so angry. He's like a little.
I do I do it every time now. And you use this on me every time.
you're
You're like,
scaring
oh,
me.
you have to do this, and I do
Seriously.
it every time now. And you guys haven't had to do one in a long time.
Ben, were you listening to Papa Roach before we recorded the podcast?
You can actually use this Papa Roach kind of vibe that you've got going.
No,
and create a song.
no, you're not gonna browbeat me into this.
Cut my heart into pieces. Go ahead now.
This is on you. This is bad. I am not doing a song. You guys, you have to do the song.
Play games with my 2 best friends. This is my podcast show. Asking questions, talking movies. Don't give a fuck if they're not very groovy.
Yes.
All right, so film shot in Alabama. Let's
You know
do this
what?
first.
I'll give you guys that.
2013. Do you have a guess?
Brad.
Oh yeah, we didn't do our buzzers. We didn't do buzzers.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm just saying our name.
Wow, I like the
okay.
buzzers.
Wow.
But okay,
Wow.
fine.
Sweet Home Alabama.
No,
Damn. I went out on a limb.
you did. All right. Well, do you want to wait until I say the names because you
Oh,
can get the point?
Is this the only time that he could answer?
Well, no, because he's continuing with more.
I've
clues.
got more clues for you.
No, for me. But like, if I can't get it off the year, then he would also get.
Well,
a
you
chance.
can wait.
Okay, no, I'll wait.
If you wait, you get to guess based on the information I give you.
I was asking if it's year and there's a guess, and then after actors, he also
Nope.
gets. Okay, cool. Then I'll totally wait.
Sweet Home Alabama came out a lot earlier. Than
All
I
right,
thought.
40.
Huh?
All right, here's film shot in Alabama, 2013. Harrison Ford, Alan Tudyk.
I mean, I'm just gonna wait.
just to be sure. I'm
Oh,
gonna-
absolutely.
Nicole Bahari, T.R. Knight,
You can just go to synopsis because
Chadwick Boseman.
I'm just gonna keep waiting.
How do you not know?
Oh no, I want to make.
Do you know now, Brad? Don't say it, but do you know?
Oh, he can say it. I'll still get the point.
But do you know?
I don't think I do yet.
Harrison Ford, Alan Tudyk, Nicole Bahari, T.R. Knight, Chadwick Boseman.
2013.
2013. In 1946, Branch Rickey, legendary manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, defied Major League Baseball's notorious color barrier by signing Jackie Robinson to the team. The heroic act puts Rickey and Robinson in the firing line of the public, the press, and other players.
But what is the movie called?
You don't remember what the movie is called?
It's a good movie. You should
If he
see
doesn't,
it.
if he doesn't get it, I get the point.
Yeah, you get to guess. If he doesn't,
All right. The movie is called.
you got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Is it 41?
Nope, his number is 42.
42.
Shit.
Brad gets that point.
Shit. Shit.
That is really embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
It is.
All right.
That I don't know Jackie Robinson's number.
Yeah, it's like the
I mean,
most
it's like
famous
I think
number
it's
in sports
retired
besides
in-
Michael Jordan.
I think it is retired at every MLB stadium.
Of course it is, but like I don't know
All right.
MLB.
So it is a good film. You should see it. All right, 2003 is your next clue. Jessica Lange, Danny DeVito, Marion Cotillard, Ewan McGregor, Billy Crudup.
Brad.
Yeah.
Big Fish.
Correct.
Filmed in Alabama?
Yep, it is filmed in Alabama. It makes sense when you think about it, right?
Yeah, Southern.
Yep. 1994. Sally Field.
Brad. Forrest Gump.
Shit.
All right. 2017. Caleb Landry Jones. Lakeith Stanfield. Lil Red Howery. Allison Williams.
Brad.
Yeah,
Get Out.
correct. Filmed in Alabama.
Really?
Lil Rel Howard.
Oh, sorry. 2020. Gary Sinise. Britt Robertson. Shania Twain. KJ Appa.
Oh, I don't know the name. Oh, fart.
Do you know this?
I think I know the movie, but I don't know the title. Like I can say it in my head. I can't do it.
The true story of a Christian music star and his journey of love and loss attempts to prove there is always hope.
Gosh.
You haven't seen this film, Nora.
No.
Is
But
it
it's
called I Can Only Imagine?
That's close. I still believe.
I can only imagine.
No, honestly, I thought that was like so-and-so's long halftime walk.
No.
Oh,
it is.
no, that's not a faith-based movie.
Oh, I thought
No.
it sounds like it should be.
Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend,
Oh, that's
Joe
right.
Alwyn's in that movie.
Tim Blake Nelson. O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Wait, no.
Oh, sorry. 2019.
All right.
Tim Blake Nelson. O'Shea Jackson Jr. Brie Larson.
Brad.
Yeah.
Kong Skull Island.
Nope.
No,
Oh.
that didn't.
Do you
that
think
was
they filmed that?
2019.
Yeah, maybe. They
Jamie,
shoot all the Marvel movies in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, but
that is true. Jamie Foxx. Michael B. Jordan. Again, Tim Blake Nelson, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Brie Larson, Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan. I love this film, by the way.
2019.
I really love this film.
Oh, I just.
All right. After graduating from Harvard, Brian Stevenson heads to Alabama to defend those wrongly condemned or those not afforded proper representation. One of his first cases is that of Walter McMillian, who is sentenced to die in 1987 for the murder of an 18-year-old girl, despite evidence proving his innocence. It's based on a true life story, by the way. It's a great book.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
I mean, it is in that vein, but it's.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
I actually
Is it Just Mercy?
Just Mercy.
Yeah,
Yep.
good remember.
2014. 50 Cent.
Sorry.
Do I need to give you anything else or no? You guys good? John Cusack. Jessica Lowndes. Bruce Willis. Jason Patrick.
What?
2014.
What? I mean, I'm not joking.
What?
John Cusack,
Wait,
Bruce Willis, and 50 Cent.
2014.
Oh.
50 Cent. John Cusack. Jessica Lowndes. She's been in a bunch of things. I can't remember, but Bruce Willis and Jason Patrick.
Oh,
What has Jason Patrick been in? That's a name I recognize, but
Stop it. No, don't say that.
I don't remember.
all right. Do you want me to give you the synopsis?
Yeah.
Well, that's how the game is played, Nate.
He's a real grumpy.
I didn't know if you.
He's a real fucking grump.
I mean, seriously, the year, the actors,
but we wait until there's a guess.
That's how mad he is.
A retired assassin is drawn back into the life he gave up when his daughter is kidnapped. To rescue her, he must confront his former rival, Ben.
Brad.
Yeah.
Is it called Vengeance?
No.
Shit.
It should be, though.
I'm pretty sure that's a Bruce Willis movie.
It is, probably.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis has like 9 films filmed.
Yeah,
in
we actually
Alabama.
played Bruce Willis Last Man Standing on
if
the
you would
previous
have
episode.
listened to the
The Prince
episode.
The Prince.
Yeah, no.
Kristen Chenoweth. Or sorry, 2020.
Whoops.
Good.
Whoops.
Kristen Chenoweth, Stanley Tucci, Octavia Spencer, Anne Hathaway. In late 1967, a young orphan boy goes to live with his loving grandma in the rural Alabama town of Demopolis. As the boy and his grandmother encounter some deceptively glamorous but thoroughly diabolical witches.
Brad.
Yeah.
Witches of Eastwick.
No.
Oh,
she wisely whisks him away to a seaside resort.
Ben.
Yeah.
The Witches.
Correct.
Oh, it's just called The Witches.
I got one because
changed it.
they made fun of witches.
Final one.
They made fun of people with bad hands.
Final one. This is worth 1 billion points. Whoever gets this wins.
Holy
All right.
shit.
2002. Melanie Linsky.
Wait, hold on. Who?
Melanie Linsky.
He didn't say that.
He did.
That's exactly what
That's because I said it and I heard it, and that's what he said.
Melanie Linsky. Again, 2002. Melanie Linsky. Ethan Embry. Rona Mitra.
Sweet Home Alabama.
It is Sweet Home Alabama.
It is. Yeah.
I won.
Well, you got 1 billion points.
Yeah.
What he didn't tell you is that the rest of mine were higher than 1 billion. So.
All right. Congratulations. Those are films all filmed in Alabama, where I was last week. Some of them filmed in towns that I remember.
Did you go visit any of the locations from those movies?
I did not. I was pretty much only on the beach.
Omaha
Which
Beach.
we
Omaha
could
Beach.
tell because when you took off your watch, I could see the difference.
There was a slight.
It was honestly,
a
it was like
slight-
Pantone white and Pantone off white.
You should see his bathing suit area.
Ew.
Brad has seen it.
I have. It is blinding.
This is a bad
Glorious.
episode.
No, you are bad in this
You're
episode.
grumpy. You
Yeah.
are grumpy, and I
The
wanna
rest of
talk
this
about that
episode
after
is
the
fine.
I
episode.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't like. I just don't like this.
Hey, Nate, thanks for coming back.
Yeah. I really did miss you guys, and I listened to the 10 to 1, but I didn't get a chance. I will listen to go.
Honestly,
Stuff from
he
last week.
didn't listen to the last episode.
No,
they did.
here's. I told you what happened, and I told you that I started listening to it, but the guest you had on I could not hear, and you said, "Well, if you keep listening, you changed microphones." Well, I didn't.
3
keep listening.
minutes.
I didn't keep listening.
3 minutes.
I give you 3 minutes, and if it's
Oh
not
my
impressive,
God.
then I don't listen.
What are you, our average fan?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Well, thanks so much for listening. Where can people find us online, Brad?
GoFlixYourselfPod.com. We have lots of podcast episodes there for you to soak your little ears in. Make sure you listen to Go Flix Yourself wherever you are. Like, it doesn't matter. You can be at the library, a gas station. You can be at the gym.
So you don't
in
have
your
to
car?
buy an FM radio to listen.
No.
No, in fact, it's probably better if you're not.
Yeah, please don't be buying it. Actually, if you can turn off the FM radio
Yeah.
and then listen to the podcast, it's better.
Yeah, exactly. Any radio is not good for listening to our podcast. But yeah, be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, a bunch of different podcast places. Rate us 5 stars if you please. Subscribe. Tell your friends. You know, we like telling people to listen to the podcast, and we hope you do too. And we hope you like listening. So just thanks. Thanks for putting up with all of our bullshit, especially Ben's.
Oh my goodness.
It's hard. It's hard. I agree.
Yeah.
So, hey, Ben.
I had a good time tonight. I can't believe you guys didn't.
Ben, we like reviews, right?
Yes, we love reviews.
Okay. All right. So
Here's my review of your performance on tonight's podcast.
I'm agreeing, and he's saying, "Okay, fine." No, yes, give us a review.
I was
said,
hoping
give
that
us
you
5
would
stars.
like
No,
expound upon
he-
we like reviews.
He
like,
already said, "Give us 5 stars." What do you want
didn't
from
really
me?
do much though.
What do you
I
want
thought
from
you were
me?
giving. I was like,
You're
giving,
no.
like,
Hold on. You're
give
over
you
here.
I was lobbing the ball, hoping you would home
hold
run
on.
it, and you bunted
No,
it.
hold
you
on.
bunted it.
He already swung and missed, and
I
you're
was
asking
trying
me
to give you something to talk
pick that
about
ball
on this
up and
podcast.
hit it out of the park. I can't do that. It's
He
dirty
didn't
ball.
hit it out of the park. He's
No,
like, give us 5-star
he
ratings.
didn't.
Let's move on.
If anybody is listening, please,
I love you for still
please
listening.
call the police. I'm stuck here.
I love you
Hey,
so
where can
much.
people find you online?
Just on the internet.
Nate, how about
Is
you?
that on the World Wide Web?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the World Web too.
I'm sorry about all this. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?